Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the practice all about yoga for happy, flexible hips. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment, let me know how the practice went for you today. I'll be using 2 blocks, a yoga mat, and your body. So let's get started. Come to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Bring your hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes, and we are ready to begin. Let's come on over to the hands and knees. And we're going to do some hip rolls just to get some movement in the pelvis, some hip rolls, all right? Not some spring rolls, but I do like a good spring roll. But we save that for after the practice, okay? So now let's go over to the right, roll through the front of the hip joint, bring it back and around. Good, do it again. Over to the right side, roll through the hip joint, bring it back and around. Nice, let's do one more time. And then you may need to reposition the knees, and we're going to go in the other direction. Over to the left side. Roll through the hip joint. Bring it around. All right. Roll through the front of the hip. Nice. One more time. Roll through the left hip. Nice. All right. Now, curling the toes under. I want you to just again, feel the movement in the pelvis. Let's draw the navel in. And then let's inhale up to downward facing dog. Let's go for 5 breaths in downward dog. If it's hard to straighten the legs, you could bend the knees lightly. And we'll hold. We have 1. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2. 3, lengthen and deepen the breath. 4. 5, let's switch the gaze forward. Inhale, let's step that left foot forward and bring a yoga block over. We're going to take Trikonasana, our triangle pose. So I want you to line the yoga block up with the outside of the foot. Place the hand right on the block, and let's turn the right hip joint back. So we work the external rotation on the left side, and then inhale, extend the right arm up. Very good. Gazing right at the right fingers. We'll stay for 5 breaths. 1, deep breath in, deep breath out. 2, activating the quadriceps lightly, don't overdo it. 3, soften through the neck even as you gaze steadily. 3, steady breathing. 4, and 5, let's lightly switch the gaze down, release the right shoulder, maybe a soft bend in the left knee because we're going to grab the block and come on over to the other side. Give me that external rotation on the left hip joint and then slide lightly down and bring it down. So it's sorry, I said that wrong. It's the external rotation on the right hip joint. So we're going over to the other side, move into the right hip crease, and then lift the left arm. There we go. And then we'll stay here for a couple breaths. Very nicely done. 1, you want to feel the strength of the legs. 2, calming the mind, deep breaths. 3, 4, very good. Nice, steady breaths. 5, let's gently switch the gaze a little bit down. Now we're going to bend into the right side and widen the gaze lightly. You can keep the block in place, pressing your fingertips or your flat palm onto the block. Open the pelvis, and now we'll go for the extended side angle pose. We'll do the right side first. Let's just hold it there. Nice deep breaths. Really reach across the center line and gaze to the left fingers. Good. Steady breathing, folding the torso on the outside edge of the right hip, firming the right quadricep. Very good. Keep the gaze steady. 2 more breaths. Broaden the upper body, widening the collarbone and stabilizing the shoulder girdle. Very good. Let's switch the gaze down, and then we can press into the legs. Let's bring the block with us. Switch on over to the other side. Let's bend down, gliding down into that outer edge of the left hip, and then extend. Very good. All right. Keep it nice and calm, shoulder blades rolling away from the ears, making space through the upper chest while you root down through the right leg. Good. Keep it long through the right side body, gazing up to the right fingers. Nicely done. Just maybe 2 more breaths. That's good. How about 1 more breath? Very good. Let's switch the gaze down. We're going to exit this differently. Let's take the right hand down, spin the right foot forward, move the block out of the way. Take the left hand down. Inhale, come back to plank pose. Let's hold plank for 5 breaths. Just want to get the hands shoulder width apart and look down. Hold that there. Good. Feel the shoulders. Don't overdo it. All right, that's good. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Switch your gaze forward. Let's cross the feet. Exhale, sit down. Extend the legs forward. Then, let's draw the shoulder blades down the back. Pause here for a moment. And this is called Dandasana position, or the seated staff pose. You're going to feel the small of your lower back lifting up out of the pelvic bowl. This will help set you up for all the seated poses. All right. Now we're going to close the right knee joint and drop it out to the side. Draw the heel in close to the pubic bone, and you want to find a comfortable distance of the knees separated. Then draw the navel in and move your chest forward to the left side. This is called Jana Shirshasana A position. Reach the hands down, a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Good. We can fold lightly forward. Or we can hold onto the ankle and fold a little bit more forward. Or if you feel you can kind of pivot a little bit into the left hip, we can fold very much forward. Stay there breathing. Find what works for your body today. No need to push it and overexert yourself. So holding onto the ankle is better for you. It's totally good just to stay there. Keep drawing the navel in and orienting your chest over to the left side. Very good. Let's go like 2 more breaths, looking at your toes. Good. 1 more breath. All right. Inhale. Let's slowly lift the chest up and exhale. We're going to draw the right knee up and in and extend the leg. Now let's prepare to switch the sides. We're going to close the left side out, dropping it through the external rotation, and find a comfortable distance so the knees are separated from each other. And then drawing the navel in. And our first option is just take the hands down and look forward to your right toes, or you can hold on to the ankle. Check in, see how you're doing, let the feeling come. And then a long, deep breath in, and as you exhale, fold. Find the fold that feels right for you, whether it's going, all the way down or staying at a little bit higher position. Just find what works for your body. Now remember that the yoga practice is about that mind-body connection, and the longer you practice, the deeper that connection becomes. Never judging ourselves by the external shape of the pose, but always about the depth of the inner experience, all right? Drawing the navel in, very good. Let's take 1 more breath like that. Good. Inhale, we straighten up. Exhale there. Inhale, lifting the chest back and up. Now let's come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Now if the knees are very elevated here and you feel a lot of stress on the inner thighs, you can take a block and you'll elevate the hips and sit on the block. This can release any knee pain, so if you're having any knee pain, especially in the seated floor position, this is a good variation or alternative. All right? If you don't need that extra height, feel welcome to stay seated on the floor. Let's extend the arms, tips of the index fingers touching, and gaze at the nose tip. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more, deep breathing. 5. All right, now let's grab both those yoga blocks, lift the knees up, placing the blocks between the feet and the hips, and then inhale, the hips go back and up. So this is stabilizing and building flexibility, which is called kind of dynamic flexibility in the hips. And we'll hold that. Let's say we're here for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, let's set it down. Good job. Okay, let's close the eyes. Come back to a comfortable seated position for a moment. Bring your hands in prayer position. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May be happy, may be peaceful, may be filled with love.